Ladies and gentlemen, I believe SoFi stock is at an inflection point. They have had several years of slowing growth down to a part where they even predicted their 2024 earnings coming in just the low teens of overall earnings growth. I think it was actually at 15%. That scared a lot of analysts. But we actually didn't come in that low, came in actually in sort of the upper high 20 percentages. And yet now in 2025, analysts are starting to predict a pretty sad outlook for SoFi in 2025 as well. I'm here to set the record straight and sort of talk to why I believe that SoFi, although seeing a 2024 that seemed very positive, and now their final EPS numbers is going to come in somewhere around my original mark, which was actually 13 cents, which I said before 2024 started at the end of 2023. So these are my predictions for SoFi 2025. A year of re-acceleration, of re-excitement in the business, and where we're really going to get to see a repricing in the company because of this new growth. So let's go ahead and share my screen here. As you can see, we are doing SoFi annual forecasting for all of these different statistics. I've got it broken down into a couple different segments that we're going to keep top secret for now, but eventually break through all these numbers over the course of the next couple minutes. Members. So as you can see, in 2018, we only had 653,000 members. Okay, it was mainly all lending products. That was their bread and butter back then. And then slowly, as they started to introduce financial services members, this number accelerated. Okay, and it's in my belief for 2025 that we're actually going to see a 3.55 million new members, which is higher than the total amount for 2021. I believe that they're going to pass their 2021 member results in one single year. How are they going to do that at a 35% increase year over year? Well, through the products, baby. So products like what we saw in the past years, a re-acceleration of products per member. So in this year, in 2024, what you're going to notice is that the amount of members that were brought on was actually slower than the percent change in the amount of new products brought on. Okay, that usually was not the case. If you look through their past years, they always grew members higher or slower than they grew new products. Up until these two last years, where members grew faster than products and product per member counts actually slowed. Okay, this is going to change, and you can see this here. Okay, I believe that although we've seen a great acceleration of products per member, this is actually going to revert, and it's going to stop falling and start to re-accelerate to 1.474 times. I didn't pick that number out of the blue. It's more of the just calculation of adding all my other assumptions all together, which gets you that number. 5 million new products, or a 35.3% increase, faster than members. 4.8 million of those products are going to come from financial services, and 420,000 of that is going to come from lending. And it's not just going to be from personal loans, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be from personal loans, student loans especially, and home loans. Okay? On the Galileo side, the unfortunate part here is that I think this is going to be the year of Technisys. Okay? But so that'll count in the revenue side, but it's not actually going to count towards the Galileo account side. Let's go ahead and take a look anyway. I believe that there's going to be 31 million new accounts, or an increase of about 18.5%. So it won't be the highest like we saw in 2021, but whenever it comes to revenue, you guys are going to be greatly pleased. So far, these are all the accounts, okay? This is what I think lays the base of the foundation of the company, which is one S-curve that they are trying to grow on, okay? Getting more people on the platform. For SoFi, every single one of those products are revenue generating. None of them are sort of the Costco chicken of, taking a loss on those products to get people through the door. I mean, you could say SoFi Insights is that, but I don't even believe that either. Now, whenever we look at revenue, this is where things get exciting. Let's look at full revenue here. I am being extremely ambitious because I believe this is what's going to happen. Just under 40% growth in revenue, or $3.6 to $3.7 billion, up from $2.6 billion, a massive reacceleration, getting back to the likes of the 2022 days, no longer this slow growth in 2024 and 2023. This is going to be a big reacceleration year. Where does this come from? Financial services, okay, up 76% year over year, another unbelievably high year. The reason why I think this is the loan platform business. This is going to be the acceleration of this quarter. Not only that, but they also have other products that they're bringing in. SoFi Money is going to continue to do well. SoFi Invest is going to continue to do well. But revenue per financial services product will be high, $80, brand new high, and a 76% increase. Very, very exciting. Okay. Lending, another very exciting one. What we see here, $1.74 million, $722 per product, which is still, I actually wanted to write it lower, but the actual macro might mean that it is going to do this well because we're going to get student loans. They're going to be selling. There's going to be a lot of good successes here. But a 22.69% increase year over year. None of this slow growth. We're getting back into the high growth numbers like we've seen in previous years. 2025 is what's happening for lending. And technology revenue. This has to reaccelerate. They need to land a big fish here. The revenue per tech account needs to skyrocket. No longer can we be in the $2.4. We need to get to the $2.6 per client. And not only that, that's going to be from large contracts that are signed for Technisys, rebuilding the back ends of great financial institutions here in America and also South America as well. North America and South America is what I meant to say. Technology accounts year over year, 27, let's just say 28%. We're very shy of 28%. Now, for my anticipations for adjusted EBITDA, net income, which is going to lead to EPS. I usually didn't write EPS. I didn't realize that that's the only number that you guys care about. So don't worry, I did this time. EBITDA, okay? Massive negatives all the way through 2020, and then just started to break profitability in 2021. 30 million, 143 million, 431 million, 657 million, and we are going to pass that 1 billion mark. This is my belief, 58% growth year over year at a 28% margin, okay? Where I think that margin will end up laying is a 30% margin, but I think that's going to have to be built into 2026 as well to get to those goals that they end up having. Next, we are looking at net income. Massive negatives, even longer, okay? Just in 2024, we broke profitability, $228 million, and this is going to accelerate greatly. Margin of 11.35%, year-over-year growth rate, 83%. What does that lead to EPS for the full year? 36 cents, and including about 20 million new shares being added per quarter. Also, I did some readjusting on my diluted EPS. My numbers didn't change. I mean, I slightly adjusted my margin on the last quarter because I took in some comments that some of you guys had to say, and I actually agreed with you, and I didn't think about it at the original time. So, but it didn't even move it an EPS mark. But I was actually accounting for the wrong thing. So it said I was looking at 12 cents. What I was actually looking at was 14 cents of EPS. So that's why some of you guys were saying I was super bearish. 14 cents for 2024. And my belief for 2025, 36 cents of EPS. Hopefully I'm wrong, and this is even higher than that, but these are my beliefs for 2025, broken down on a per quarter basis. Okay, so all of these numbers are the accumulation of one larger number, right? So it's taking in all 4 of the quarters that I'm actually doing. But as we start to get more information, even as we get Q4, right? The total member base, if it comes in higher than what we suspect in 2024, then that's going to bump us up to a higher number for 2025. So all these numbers are going to change over time, but this is what I'm suspecting for 2025 to make a very strong year for SoFi and for their investors. Now, if you want to know what this actually means in terms of stock price for SoFi, based on our forecasted numbers for 2025, this is the exact breakdown that we're going to be doing in the next course member only live stream. That's happening at Tuesday at 9:15 for course members. Just make sure that you actually go to futureinvesting.pro. We have no sponsor, so this is the only sponsor. It is one of the added benefits are these course member only live streams that we're doing directly on Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. Really do appreciate your time. And bye for now.